Pastor A.R. Bernard is a world-renowned pastor and author. His latest book, 4 Things Women Want from a Man, has every woman in the studio on the edge of their seats. He joins us now via Skype. Pastor Bernard, welcome.
Good to be with you, Muiwa.
I have to say, and full disclosure is required, that you have been such a huge part of my life. And actually, taking this job, I had a discussion with you first, didn't I, all those years back? So it's your fault that we're here. Thank you very much for that.
Well, I've been blamed for quite a few things in life. It's okay.
Now, 4 things women want from a man. I have heard women say, who does this man think he is? He has 7 sons, and all he has in his life are men. How does he know what I, a woman, want from a man?
Well, yeah, what gives me the audacity to even suggest that there are 4 things that summarize everything that a woman wants from a man? I will tell you, it came through a back door. I don't know if you're familiar with this conversation. Baby, what would you like to eat? Are you hungry? Yeah, I'm hungry. I'd like to eat something. What do you want? I don't know. Do you want to go out? Yeah, that would be okay. Where do you want to go? I don't know. Let's go to that restaurant over there. No, I don't want to go there. So, Maria, what that says is women don't know what they want.
Oh,
but
they're rolling up to the screen in the studio, ready to jump on you.
But let me add this, very important.
Yeah.
They do know what they don't want.
Let me ask you, though, there's a story you share. You're in Australia, you're on stage, one of these mega audiences, and you announce to the audience that women don't know what they want. All the men stand up and applaud. Tell us what happens there exactly.
Well, the men loved it because they were familiar with the dialogue that I just shared with you. Mm-hmm. And, men are still struggling to figure women out. But I told them, I said, hold it. Women may not know what they want, but they do know what they don't want. And that's when all the women stood up and started clapping and cheering. And it is true. They don't want an immature man. Women do not want an indecisive man. Women don't want an inconsistent man. And women do not want a man that is weak.
Now, in your book, you highlight these 4 things, but then you also mention that these are the things that God is looking for from a man. Is that correct?
Absolutely. As I introduce this subject to audiences everywhere, I say there's 4 things that God wants from a man: maturity, decisiveness, consistency, and strength. There's 4 things that a woman wants from a man: maturity, decisiveness, consistency, and strength. And there's 4 things that men struggle with in life: maturity, decisiveness, consistency, and strength. So let me say this to you. Maturity does not come with age. It begins with the acceptance of responsibility. When a man is willing to accept responsibility for his words, his thoughts, his motives, his actions, and his attitude, now he's on the pathway to maturity. And that's what women mean. That's what they're asking for when they say, I just wish he would grow up.
Now, in your book, you do delve into some research and also into your over 4 decades of experience you share in the book, and then give us some space to do some work. But the book is not just for women, even though the text that jumps out at you says women want. That's what comes out in red. But the suggestion is men can get a lot from this book, as well as women.
Well, I will tell you, Muiwa, the book was written to women for men. It provides a framework for a woman to make better choices in her relationship with men. It is also a standard that's presented to men to judge their own manhood and their own perspective in the view of a woman, let's say. So it solves both the issues that women face and the issues that men face.
Now, like I said, on a personal note, you've been a big part of my journey. We've talked endlessly about Lola, about the boys and these other things. But I wondered, for A.R. Bernard, Now you've had these over 4 decades of knowledge, you've researched, you've written this book. You're looking back at Alfonso years ago before you said, I do. What would you say to him, given what you know now?
Buy this book and read it before you say I do. You know, the circumstances that surround relationships can often be quite different. And I want to be sensitive to that. However, the principles that govern relationships remain the same. A principle is a broad and basic truth that, when applied correctly and consistently, it will yield some very serious results, results that you want for a better marriage. 85% of relationships fail. 50% of marriages end in divorce. We've got to do something about it.
Pastor Bernard, thank you so much for joining us. And you could tell them that are calling to hold on. You're talking to important people who need their marriage fixed, okay? Dr. Bernard, author of 4 Things Women Want from a Man. Thank you so much for joining us on Turning Point.
My pleasure to be with you.